people as you who can bring this problem on understandable level, and I applaud you. Thank you very much.
Ladies at the front are loving ours. Thank you.
So something that I forgot to do last time, and I apologize for that, is to ask you to please fill these evaluation slips. I'm sure that our speakers would really appreciate to have your feedback written. So please, if we can take a minute in the clock to do the one for Tony, and then another minute to do the one for Alistair, that would be amazing. Can we please have time, Tony?
There was no evaluation for the first one.
Sorry?
No evaluation for the first one.
I thought that was the case. I'm starting.
Yeah, it's just kind of a feedback workshop. Sort of. So 2 minutes. Yeah.
1 minute each, I think.
Thank you very much for taking time for the feedback. I'm actually very happy and impressed because one of the purposes that we put to ourselves tonight was to keep this event in time. That's what I'm trying to be a bit like, you know? And the next, our next evaluator is supposed to come at 8:31, and we're 5 minutes early, regardless of the delay at the beginning. So we are doing great tonight. That's awesome. Having said that, can we please give a warm welcome to Raj, who is our next evaluator for our first speaking.
Good evening, everyone, fellow Toastmasters, and of course, most welcome guests. As mentioned, I'll be evaluating Tony's speech, which is the first speech in his professional speaker's manual, and that's his keynote address. And the aim of this speech is to establish emotional rapport with the audience, use a speech style and delivery to effectively inspire and move the audience to adopt the speaker's views as a collective. And this is certainly an advanced speech, one I've been looking forward to all night. So I will be here to offer my support and feedback at the end. Until then, can we please invite Tony to the front on his speech, which is to make an investment in you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm going to actually draw some diagrams here. I'm not the best artist in town. After this, you might hate me. But it might look a little bit like what I'm trying to express. Let me just go ahead with it. Look like something done in there. I'm good. We are all familiar with the story of the goose that lays the golden egg. I'm not telling you a story this evening, I'm going to take you on a ride. With a show of hands, please. If you were to buy one of these two, between the goose and the egg, which will you buy? The goose or the egg? Yeah. More often than not, we quite kind of run away from that which is more important. These two actually signifies something. Let me give it a little bit of eye. Yeah, just like a goose. More often than not, we often forget that which is important. We forget that whatever we do actually amounts to something. At the end of the day, all our effort is geared towards getting an outcome, getting a result. This little very pretty bird here is actually, I'll use another word for it, a breadwinner. Or we can say a production capability that produces results. And the three eggs we have down here. So whatever we do in life kind of relates to whatever we bring out. And my objective, ladies and gentlemen, this evening is to actually remind us and as well give us little tips on how we can make the most of this year. So that this time next year, we can look back to today, the 15th of January, and say, yeah, I had him, I did something about it, and I'm way better than I was last year. So, the egg is actually the result of this goods. Our TV, our car, our holiday, wealth, health, ill health as well. These are the results of these goods. And whatever these goods produces is determined on how well it's being taken care of. How well this goods is actually doing. And the same thing applies to us. Whatever you are today, goose, ladies and gentlemen, the breadwinners, whatever you are today is as a result of what you have been and what you are right now. The sum total of everything you have and you earn is actually the outcome of that which you produce. Your house, your car, the holidays you've attended, your family, your inner circle. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you 4 tips on how to make sure that you can actually improve or make most of the you in you that is begging for full expression. In his book, The Science of Getting Rich, Wallace D. Wattles said that man actually live for 3 motives. And these motives are the motives that make us actually live a balanced life. And these motives are the one we live for the mind, we live for the body, and as well as we live for the soul. And the last one I'm going to add in mind is just the inner circle, that which I'll be talking about much later. And the first part is this: I'm going to please beg you that this year, for these goods to actually make a good production, to give more results, what does it have to do? Make an investment in your mind. In your mind. They said the mind is the most unexplored continent in the world. It is so big and so vast that we know very little of it. William James said in his book, Vital Reserve, he said, compared with what we ought to be, we are only half awake. Our fires are damp, our drafts are checked. The human only lives use a small, tiny percentage of its mental and physical resources. So there is a lot within our heads, there is a lot within our mind that we don't even have been able to exploit. Taking for instance, that which is impossible today was at first and for a time impossible. For example, man landed the moon. That was not impossible. Donald Trump. That too was once impossible. Brexit was once impossible. Hallmark Speakers, this room, what we have now, was once impossible. It became a possibility because a group of persons put their mind together to make it a reality. We're listening to the first two speakers, one talking about how they face fear, and the other one telling us about an experience they had and how to overcome things in life. This ability to put the mind in use, how to make sure that you express yourself. I don't know that which your desire is, or that which you're pursuing, or what your immediate experience or circumstance is. But if you're able to spend at least 15 minutes a day just to read something positive, something interesting, something that can alleviate you, something that can give you, as the initial speaker said, endorphins, something that can make you feel good about yourself. Or, if you don't want to do that, we've got audio version these days. You can download Audible. Listen to the audio version. Even while you're relaxing, while you're mowing your lawn, put something in your earphone, or while you're running, or while you're cycling, or maybe during Netflix and chill, just put an audio thing and listen to it. And this will continue to bring something positive out of you. And if you continue to do this between now and this time next year, I assure you, the you that is sitting here will be a much better and brighter person. Your perception will change because there's a lot in your mental bank account. Number two, of how this guy can produce more than these three is to invest in your body. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bible said in 1 Corinthians 6 that the body is a temple of God. It didn't say the temple is a woodshed. You only have one place to live in. Guess what? Where? This one. I'm assuming I can just borrow somebody else's body and say, I'll just drive into Mr. John and stay in his body. No, that is not possible. You only have got one place to live. And it was well described, and that place is what? Temple. It's not a flat. It's not, like I said before, a woodshed or a bungalow. It is a temple. And if you can picture in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, what a temple looks like. A really well taken care of structure, a temple, it is enormous. That is what you are. That is where you live in at the moment. And it is so good that if you are able to take care of your body, you won't just feel good. You'll be happy and you'll fly. And there are ways that you can do this, and some of us are already into it. But just a little bit of more exercise. You wake up in the morning, like I do in the morning, I do 20 press-ups every morning. While I'm trying to make food for my little girl, while the thing is in the microwave, I'll just go down and push 20. And later in the evening, before I do shower, before I go to bed, I do another 30. And as well, I love planking. You can do planking. Just stay there for a while, and it will increase your core strength for those of you that enjoy running. And again, the thing is, maybe there are some physical exercises, some physical activities we've been involving for some time that were left behind. And while you were doing it then, you really felt good about yourself. But something happened that you just put it aside. I'll beg you, 2017, January, please go back. Go back and be that you that you were, that made you feel better. Because in 2018, you are going to be way better than you imagine. I assure you. You can join the gym as well. Let me not take it too much from here. We all know what to do to take care of this body. Relax. Try as much as possible to relax when your body needs it. The third one, to actually make this beautiful lady, increase the results here is to invest in your soul. I know we all have various beliefs. Some do believe in God, some don't. But ladies and gentlemen, I believe that there is a very, very invisible force, an unseen being that actually makes the universe go round. That is my belief. And I actually believe that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. You know, when we go through things in life, when life becomes so hard on us that we don't know what to do, there is always that moment, if we can, this year, starting from this evening, there is always that time when you can just go into your closet and shut the door. Have a moment. Spend some time with you. If it is prayer, if it is meditation, whatever you choose, have a moment. Really go down within you. Experience the you that is outside of you. Listen to your breath. Or just go to, those days they do go to the wilderness and the mountain, or wherever it is. You can go to Stonehenge and just stay there and sit and stare at those beautiful works of nature. And you're going to come back a better you. Because silence, there is nothing as important as silence. The last one, ladies and gentlemen, that you have to make an investment in this year is you take care of the inner circle. Make an investment in your inner circle. They said your friends are those who know all about you but still like you. Take care of your inner circle. Those people that really care about you as much as possible, irrespective of whatever they've seen you be. They like you, they love you, and they love you even much more for the one that you're going to become. Your dad, your mom, or that special man or woman in your life. Take care of your inner circle. Live in it, dwell in it, influence it as much as you can. And the more you continue to do this, not just 3 eggs, not just 4 eggs, not just 5 eggs, but the more eggs you are going to continue to produce. And I assure you, in the next 12 months, the you that is sitting here today will become a way better you, a more inspired you, a more motivated you, and the you that you hope to become.
Well, that was very inspiring. Can we please have 1 minute in the club to discuss what have we learned, please?
Good job, Tony. I wish you'd speak more.
Seriously?
Excellent.
Thank you.
Good. Well, the ex-president, you stuck with a lot of things. Possibly. It's because I didn't expect to do a few extra come back. I think I could be a bit excellent job. I'm very happy. The thing I like most about your delivery is good. It's almost like you're not doing the experting. I can't tell you have a conversation with you now. You're up at the front, let's have a relaxed few minutes. Yeah, it's amazing. Is this something to do with your consciousness?
You're thinking. No, not thinking.
You're not.
Because when you think, then
you judge people, then people judge you. Sometimes it's a problem. Sometimes I do, not always. So probably if I don't understand that, and you need the power of now. I do. I so I also listen to him to be the president. I love the way he was
mean, my speech was just becoming more. Because I invest just now, human beings. Becoming more of you. Becoming more of you. As opposed to it's not becoming you already. Yeah, you are complete.
Becoming something that you want to become as a object.
That is it. It's not an object now. Becoming a better person, becoming a better individual. Something like going deeper, going, just being more.
We are bigger than we think.
Of course we are. So something like that. Thank you very much.
And thank you. Having done that, we can, if we are ready, give the welcome to our evaluator, Raj.
Right, Tony's speech. Fantastic speech, straight away. He grabbed our attention with the use of the whiteboard and positioned yourself right centre of the stage, and you took your time. You were cool, calm, collect, set the scene, and posed a simple question to us about how we're going to produce results this year. And I think that grabbed our attention straight away and instantly built that rapport. Did the speaker project confidence? I think that was probably one of my favourite things of the whole speech. I think you made great use of the stage. You moved around, but not excessively. You made sure we were out of the way so we could all see the whiteboard. You referred back to it, made sure you moved forward, away from it, and then went back to it again. I thought that was great use of hand gestures, movement. I particularly loved the change of pace, the change of tonality. I think that really got the point across. You can tell you really lived, breathed, and preached what you were talking about, so to speak. I thought that was fantastic. What would I like to see more of? Again, I did find this quite difficult to pick up something here. I love the analogy of the goose so much. I thought you were using so many different points and touching on so many different areas. I think more analogies like that one would simplify it for everyone. I think that simplified things so well. I think if I used another one like that or expanded on that one even further, I think that would have been the only area I could have touched on, really. What else have I got here? I mentioned about tonality, change of pace, the hand gestures. I think that was really good to inspire and sway us. I think at this point I'd like to just open up to the room and see what everyone else has got. Yes.
Well, Tony was our ex-president and he delivered a lot of his speech in the past, and I did expect from him a good quality speech, which is he delivered. What I really liked about his speech is the engagement of the audience. I think that was the most important for me. The whole time I was engaged with him. Even I was forcing myself to turn around if I can, but I couldn't. So. That was good, yeah. The engagement.
Anyone else? Yes, Jerry.
I loved the analogy of the goose and the golden eggs and how you used it throughout the speech. I thought that was brilliant. I wish that you'd actually had more impact at the beginning. I thought you'd lessened the impact when you started drawing, because we weren't engaged, we were sort of in there, we were just left in limbo. If you could have talked to us through as you drew, cracked a joke or said something, that would have brought us in more to it. You can speed up the drawing of that by actually putting out a faint pencil on it. And then we wouldn't be able to see it, you could just quickly see that going. But I loved at the end when you brought it back full circle, back to the actual golden eggs, and you've actually added a few more in there. And if you could have actually expressed what each of those golden eggs were. Okay. All right. Awesome.
I really liked, what you picked up on it earlier, Tony's vocal variety. So one of the things I really love that I want to take away is this, Tony sort of sometimes goes really quiet. And then you'll speak like that and you get that sort of slam right in your face when you get that difference in volume. And I just thought that worked really well in that speech. I'm really struggling to kind of think of anything constructive, any kind of constructive criticism, because it was such a good speech. The only thing the other thing I really loved was about you wove in some personal stories to it, and I always think adding a bit of your own person can really help to engage with the audience. I think if I had anything, I mean this is just trying to find things to suggest. there may be something around adding a bit more description which involves some of the senses, because some people think like that, and it can really help to engage people who, you were talking about your leather earlier, and someone really picked up on the smell of leather, and I think kind of engaging the senses can really help with audiences.
Thank you.
One last one, anyone else?
I think that it would be unfair if I will not say something, because I said something regarding first speech, the second speech, and third speech. And really, after Tony's speech, I started to feel proud what kind of members of our club we have. One after another, they're articulated, they're clever, their subjects are fabulous, and how they convey their messages to us. It's high standard, high standard. Of course, we can say something, good wishes, but it's our wishes, it's auxiliary, we can say, because the main, no main criticism or main comments, it's only auxiliary, something to trim, something to increase, decrease, but generally it's superb finish of this serial, of ours, this part of our evening, speaker's part. Everything is connected. The first, second, and third speech, they are so connected and well integrated with our high spirit and standards of our club. The only thing, if you permit to say so, that I would like that if you emphasize that improvement is very difficult because as Alistair told us that you need to address problem amygdalas. Early on, it's very, very difficult. It's better to create something new than to relearn, create something, than to relearn. But it's possible, and as well, it does not relate it to age. That, for example, you could be 60 years and you can say that yes, it's no, I'm finished person. It means that what to learn, how to improve. But then suddenly, when you are 70, it's talk generally, not about myself, generally. You can find, it's possible to find that, oh, you are better than when you were 60. You are better in your health because you are mentally better. It means that you're physically better. You improve in many aspects. It means that I would like if you, when you will the second time deliver something, to emphasize that it does not matter what you said, it's universal. It does not relate it to people student age or young or even 70 years. They can improve and to enjoy the benefits of these conceptions which you presented us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much.
Great. Can we fill our evaluation slips now, please?
It's time for breaking, isn't it? Yeah. No, we haven't. It's time to vote now. All right. So I just left to look at that thing off there.
Everybody, each turn. All right. Let me move the shot. Alice.
Alice. Thanks. Cheers.
I still can do this. Alice. Tony was work. Thank you. I didn't think about it. No need to do more. Just know that is okay.
Great. Thank you very much for making your comments. Now we will have back, we can welcome back Steve, please, as he will do the second part of his feedback ownership.
Brilliant three speeches. I think possibly probably the best three speeches, or the best evening I've had here, speeches-wise. The standard has been incredible, and kind of sits quite nicely with the feedback that I've tried to put together today, because it's made it incredibly difficult for all of us to try and give structured feedback, because it's kind of like finding those little nuances that will improve upon excellence really at this stage of the game. But also, it kind of puts the importance. Personally, from this evening and from the speeches, I've been able to take so many gifts that the speakers have given to me. Things that I'll definitely start to weave into my speaking, the stories, the vocal variety, the use of the room around as they walk up and down, the jokes and the humour. So much stuff. And then there's the inspiration. Alistair's story from when I saw him first start here at Toastmasters to where he is now, it kind of like, I'm like, oh shit. Get back into the game a little bit here. I've been resting massively on my laurels, and it was a bit of a kick up the arse that I needed. So thank you for that. So as the spectators who are sitting here like Christmas Day, taking in all these gifts and all these presents from the speakers in front of us, feedback is our opportunity to give the speaker a gift. Because however good that we look upon them stood up there with their amazing ability to talk and to deliver these speeches, they're thinking to themselves that they want to improve and they want to get better. That's why they're here. They want to make those little tweaks to what they're doing to make themselves even better. So that's the real opportunity that we have as the audience to give them a gift from us. So enough of the preamble on that one. What I'd like to just get from you just quickly is, I guess, on the feedback model that we had, which was what I liked, what I would have liked more of, and what I especially liked. I guess I'll go through that model and ask, what did you like? I think that's a bit worrying. You like the model?
Yeah, I like the model because it's make you think in a very organized way.
Thank you. I think I kind of hit that's the nail on the head really for it. It puts a structure to what we're doing, and it just kind of forces you to think about the individual items, especially when we have such a high standard of talks. Kind of go, what is the little nuance that I can change in that? Anything that the model's missing, something that they can have more of. Jeremy?
I was just going to ask, I liked the middle bit, so you have your like, and then you say you want more of, which is a very positive way of approaching constructive feedback. I guess sometimes you might want less of something, and how do you propose to deal with it if that's the situation?
Obviously, yes, that's the. I mean, I was actually struggling with this thing in the model because I did think about the original one. Actually, sent to Jeremy did have, if I could only remove from this speech to make it better, what would I remove? And I guess the question to the floor is there. Does that question even make sense? And would that be a helpful one to put into the model as well?
More like, it would have been even better if that would be a good way. Because you're sort of saying something is going to be missing or needs to be done better, and you're saying you're sort of saying it's good, but it would have been even better.
Yeah, it would have been even better if yes. Yeah, that's a nice way of framing it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Could be as simple as I just like less of this.
Yeah. I like that. I said, I like that. It would have been even better if it opens it up to adding or taking away.
Still, in the very positive framework in which you've made this, I think it's brilliant because it is so positive.
Yeah.
But I did think about if you wanted to say something, we thought,
How do I
how
write it?
can you
Yeah.
say that in a positive fashion? But I've done that with children, with students and everything. It's really good, but it could have been better if...
Yeah, whenever I was always told, whenever you
A
say,
bit like the hamburger model, you know.
yeah,
you have-
the shit. I mean, yes. The anything before the but is, it's wasted. It's deleted really. So anyway, but.
Yeah, that's very true. When you say that, you could say it would have been better. And what about? Or could you think of a way of making it better? What do you think you could have done? That's a good question.
Yes.
It's a very open question, and it really makes the other person think.
More than 20.
That's a good coaching question.
No.
Very good coaching question.
Yes.
which you can use.
If it was seminar related to some brain function or mental health, I can advise to put scheme of brain. Maybe we need to have this type of scheme, because very often I notice that many speakers talk about this matter, mind, brain, emotions, and I think that maybe it's time comes that we need to have this. Yes,
Maybe your next
scheme of-
speech would be an opportunity. So I just want to keep it on point because I'm just wary of time.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, but thank you. Sorry, and finally, Jeremy.
Yeah, I would like to have seen, what I liked about it was the positiveness of it. And I'd like to emphasise that positiveness by adding why there at each level.
Yeah.
Because then it's no point just saying, I liked you doing lots of pauses. If you add the why in there, I liked you doing lots of pauses because it gave me a chance to laugh and gave me a chance to consider. It emphasises the point.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's like evidence-based feedback, isn't it? If you just say something, give a reason, an example.
No, what I'll do is I'll draw those comments into it because I think it's actually really great stuff there, and I think probably quite a good model. Don't always have to use it, but as new members and that come into the club, or if you're just struggling to kind of put something into it, it's nice to have a framework that you can just relax on back onto, do the hard lifting for you. Sorry, one I guess is the Presidente.
I was going to ask a request actually.
Yeah.
Could you actually do up an instruction sheet so we could actually put in the welcome packs?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that people know how to give feedback.
More than happy to. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. That would be excellent. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that, Steve. Tony, can we please call the times for the speeches?
Yes, certainly. Steen's original speech was 4 minutes 10. My speech was 7 minutes 33. Alistair's was 8 minutes 20. And Tony's final speech was 13 minutes and 7.
Thank you very much. Can we please vote for our, in your ballots, you will find this little bit. It will allow you to vote for your best evaluator and your best speaker. We could do that right now. Tony will go around checking the pages for you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll take the best evaluator of my hand. Speaker. Speaker. Oh my. Gracias. Thank you very much. Yeah. This place is hot. Speaker. Evaluator, speaker.
Thank you.
Okay. Speaker, evaluator. Thank you.
Which way was that?
Speaker, evaluator. Thank you.
Speaker.
Yeah, speaker. Evaluator.
Yes, please.
Speaker.
Yeah, evaluator. speaker.
Thank you for the votes. We will have a break now, and we will be back at 10 past 9. Yeah, so please grab something to drink.
Last time I was speaking,
Right.
I think it's one of the very
I'm telling you, this guy is way more. Thank you very much. Actually, really appreciate it.
I honestly, and I tried to feel.
Right.
Oh
wow.
Sometimes it's frustrating when you give it on the
I don't want to say it because I don't want to I don't want to be one new. Yeah, I think there's something about real
Thank you very much.
So glad you made it. I'll make it.
Oh yeah. I really want to see it. No. I think your speech is.
If I didn't, honestly, I'm not trying to make an excuse of being lazy. If I did, honestly, it would be good. Because I've got a very good memory, so I'm just trying to remember it, and I'd be focused on that rather than just the group. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Nice skill.
That's what I want to learn.
I don't think.
I was just saying to Sting, I'm not doing one element for me. Not as missing, but there'll be even more that for me would be really harsh people. Really brutal. Because if I'm doing a little, if I'm doing, I don't know, a little arm or something, or
People saying, oh, it was nice, it was great, doesn't really give
be ready to work and kind of build
your best.
So no, I appreciate your feedback. I love people saying, oh, you're quite spontaneous, I love this, I love that. But I also like because that's what I'm going to learn, so I know.
People are constructive, but also you do have something you can take away. That was a good one. So, yeah, it's so current.
It was just ridiculous. It was like missing it. As soon as you said it,
yeah, and this is the trend, isn't it? So it doesn't, this is the time it doesn't have to be perfect, and you can try something different. make it right. Yeah, that's the first time. The first one you were doing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Excuse my language, but that's what I remember saying. Because if I'm going to mess up, I'd rather mess up completely. This is the thing. With all respect, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather get things so earnestly wrong here, but then when they're out there, work world, then you kind of learn that you don't do that, or that went down the constructive, kind of accurate, and kind of brutal feedback.
You know, when I was at the old Cottonwood, I was doing a Sunday next to a dinner of 300 people. We came to Cottonwood, and to speech in front of Toastmasters. No, it was very, it was like you say, you know, instructive, helped me, points of what I could do, how it was moving. It really helped being able to do that to an audience before actually practicing.
What are you speaking about? I'm just going to go drink while we're talking. What are you speaking next?
The risk of it, so it just really stacked up with it. I sort of dived into it. No, that's just two
Yeah, good speech. Yeah,
Right, where's my sheet?
Excellent, thank you. I just want to make sure everybody gets their seat, yes? Thank you. Everybody got their seat? Excellent. Welcome back to our second half, and I hope you enjoyed the time of your break, as always you do.
Okay.
Now it's time for our Toastmaster to come back on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hand together. The one and only is Stella!
Thank you very much. Well, actually, we are going to head back to our president as we are going to start making our table topics. Our round of table topics will give you the opportunity to come with a frontus speech, and it will be a great opportunity for everyone who hasn't spoken today and that usually doesn't speak to put yourself forward right now. To start then, I will introduce you to Jeremy.
Verona was due to actually take table topics. Unfortunately, she can't make it. She's not feeling too good either. But she did send along the table topics for us, which is very handy. And the reason why we do table topics is impromptu speaking. It's simply because if you work for someone or you meet someone on the spot, you suddenly have to sort of have a coherent answer. If you sell things, if you just work for an organisation, you're selling yourself. It is an important skill, and it's one we practice a lot here at Toastmasters. And plus the fact, it's a load of fun. Right, I would like to have 2 volunteers. Anybody else who hasn't spoken today who would like to volunteer? Right, Clive and Mark. Come up. Actually, I've got the perfect one for you. Right. Now, what we're going to do is do an example of how we should do a practice table topics evaluation. And then what I'm going to do is invite you to team up with another person, and then go off into the corner and do your own table topics. Is that clear? Maybe I don't understand?
Can you repeat it?
You asked them a question, is it?
Yeah, basically, we're going to do individual table topics. Everyone's going to get an opportunity to do a table topic. Okay, so later on I'm going to ask you to pair up, then go off into the corner. One person be the evaluator, one person doing the table topic. And then you're going to swap roles.
Okay.
After you give them the evaluation. Yep. Okay. Mark, would you mind being the evaluator for this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'll give you this. Right. Can I have 2 minutes on the clock, please? You ready, Clive?
Just about.
Right. What does a bald person put for hair colour on their driving licence?
What does a bald person put on for hair colour?
Yes.
Well, you could put well polished, as in speaking. You could put fresh complexion. You could put youthful like, almost like baby-like. You could really just say the smile says it all. Absolutely. But what would you put? What would you put? Would you cover it up with a big grey thingamajig? Would you put, I've got a large centre part in, or I'm just a bit taller than my hair? Would a policeman think if he stopped you that you're not taking it too seriously with yourself then? I don't know really whether you should be allowed to pose this question. It's a bit baldest if you ask me. I think really a shining example would be someone that is thoughtful, that's great at thinking on his feet, would be able to come out with something to dazzle you with apart from his head or excess forehead line. Have I given you enough to go on?
You have, brilliantly. It was a tough question, but I'm I'll ask Mark to now do the evaluation. If you could follow Stephen's model.
Okay, thank you. There were lots of things in this that I liked, and I'll just identify a couple of those. Whenever you're asked a question in table topics, sometimes your mind can just go blank. And a great trick, which was employed well here, was to repeat the question. It gives you just that little bit of extra time to let the creative juices start flowing and things to start coming. And that was well used by Clive here. And the other thing I really liked throughout was his use of humour. Really, really good. And there were lots of examples of that. Makes us all laugh, engages us. We're interested, we're sitting forward, we're listening. Really good. I'm looking at things that could possibly have been done better. Now, Clive is the master of body language. Two things I noticed. One, hands in your pockets quite a lot and jingling a bit of change at one point. And the other thing was talking to Jeremy. So actually, a lot of the first half of the speech was directed very much at Jeremy rather than the wider audience. I think once you warmed up, actually, and you got into your flow, it became something you were talking to the audience about. That was quite noticeable. And to finish off, one thing that I really loved was pauses. Fantastic use of pauses. It happened on 2 occasions, and what it does is it just makes people, again, if they're dozing off or anything like that, it just makes them sit forward and pay attention, because a pause is quite an unusual thing in a speech. So when you stop, people do that. it's a fantastic technique. Clive has mastered it. Thank you very much.
Anybody got any questions? You got the idea of how to do sort of evaluation as well as actually do a table topic?